Okay, now we would be running the start job auto start planting mode and little information on here. So we'll start out at the home screen. You'll go to start job, go to auto start. You'll need to name the field that you're in. So we're just going to name this vid test for right now, just to name it. Once you named it, you'll hit go plant. And then it'll go through its loading of the job and getting everything started here. So as you can see, it goes through all of its information, initializing, getting the system ready. Okay, so it says all motors responding. You can hit OK. Okay, so here's the planting screen here. Here is you'll be able to, you can go to tractor view, which it is right now, or you can go to aerial view, and it's Google Maps, so it shows you exactly the field that you're in there, which is pretty cool. We'll go back down to it. We'll go ahead and get started on planting. As you can see, it's all coming up. Okay, here, now we'll have it row by row, so you have your row 1, 2, clear through 12 right there. Here on the red line would be your population target, and our population is set at 40 right now, so it looks like they're all working fine. Each one shows your population for each row. And then you also have the yellow line, which is your RPM line of your motor RPMs. It looks like they're at 1700. Now on the right, it'll show your RPM for your motors, and on the left over here, it'll show your population. So the left will go with your red line on population, and the right numbers here will go with your motor RPM. And then you have your single for each row on population. Now you're right down here. We have for your Bluetooth, the green lets you know that it's connected, and your interface board, your RF board, it shows it's connected. And we also have your lift switch, and it shows the lift switch is down right now, as in planting. Now I can go ahead and lift the lift switch, lift the planter, it will stop planting, and it shows the lift switch up. I can let it go, it goes back down, and you can continue planting still. Now here it shows all your modules. You have 12 out of 12 modules. You have 12 out of 12 motors that are planting. And then you have your speed. And all this will show is your GPS information here. Now on here, up here we have a where you can go to full screen, which has a full screen where you can watch the whole thing there. See everything there as we're planting through the field, and you see that little gap where we lifted the lift switch, so it won't plant where it hasn't, it won't paint where it hasn't planted. So once we lifted the lift switch, it stopped painting. Put the lift switch back down, it painted again. We'll go back to here. Now on this, and now we're still on full screen. We can go back to split screen. So it does the map on the top and your information down on the bottom. Now we can also cycle top. Change our screens. Now here we have where you can change, like I said, on the population on the go. You have 4 different settings you can choose. So if we chose, say we'll go to 20,000 population, as you can see down here, your target population in red drop down to 20,000, and then your motor RPMs drop down to about 800 RPM. So it's kind of neat. You can do that on the go. 4 different settings. You can also change in increments of 250 seeds. So as you can see, it changes up 250, or you can go back down 250. So and we can go back up to 40. See, and look at how it went back up to 40 there. population. Each green bar shows your seed sense. On there. So for each row you'll have your seed sense there. Now up here you can also, we're planting 100% of the 40,000 population. Each row you can change if you want. Say a certain row you wanted to plant at 66% of the population. As you can see, it dropped down to the 66% of 40,000. And you can move it back up. And that's for each row you can do that with those little bars. Change it. And change it back up. You can also see the check marks here. You can also change the check mark. You can shut off a row. Say row 1 and 3 wanted to shut off. We can shut off those rows. So if you had a male planter and you wanted certain row to plant your male rows and you wanted certain rows shut off, you can also do that. Just with these check marks, and then you turn them right back on the go, whatever you want to do there. And then also we have swath override. You can turn it on or off with the check mark. Turn compensation, you turn it on or off. And say you just wanted your even rows on, so you can shut off your odd rows. So all the odd rows will be shut off, and now your even rows will be working. And you can do it vice versa. You can shut all your odd rows off and turn just your even rows on. And then we also have activate headland and plant headland, and those can be used in our boundary tool to set up your boundaries on your planting. We also looks like we have 2 liquids where you can see those. We don't have them turned on right now, and we also have our 2 dries, which we do not have turned on, and depth control, which we do not have turned on. I can make another video for that. And then also, now if you hit cycle top again, we can come to our information screen. Here we have it row by row. You have your speed, your target, all your applied, your RPMs on that. And then you have seeds you've applied for each row, your skips, your doubles, your standard deviation, and your singulation. We also, over here, you have your job name, your field area, planted area, so how much you planted, show percent planted, seeds planted, your skips, your doubles, your percent singulation, everything on there. All your information there. That'd be the 3 screens for there. You also have a, you can do also to cycle the bottom on that. You can do it on the bottom, however you'd like it. We also have a prime plates and also a jump button. So say you're stopped at a dead stop and you need to plant right away. You can hit the jump and begin moving and catch up with it. As you can see, it has turn compensation there. As it just turned, sped up on the outside and slowed down on the inside. So our turn compensation is working real well right there. And we also have a prime plate. Say your meters are empty, you need to get them ready before you start. You can just hit prime plates, which I can do here. Okay, so we are stopped in the field, and with your lift switch up, see your lift switch is up, you can hit prime plates and it'll prime the plates. See it prime the plates there for you. So that way your plates are full and ready to go. Now the jump button, we can what you need to do here is is you can hit the jump button and it'll jump, and we're set at 5 miles an hour at 32,000, and it'll catch up with that and then begin planting to catch up with your GPS and right from a dead stop. So that way you don't have gaps in your field. So that is pretty much the planting screen on there for planting seed.